What's good? It's Super Z-Rod, and this is my run of a Sorcerous Cup. I'm covering Sorcerous Cup, done by New Mexico Tournament Fight Club. The first rule is we don't talk about Fight Club, and I'm going to leave it there. Thank you. Check it out. We have Bronzong versus Hypno. Hypno, the confusion user, versus my confusion user. Confusion, just taking double resisted damage from the confusion user, and he goes for a fire punch. So that's bad, but it's not as bad as a Shadow Ball Hypno. I think I let the other one go through because I'm not afraid of fire punch. It's really not that big of a deal. Oh, I caught the fire punch onto my Noctowl, and I believe he stays in this match, but I'm able to get to a wing attack first. And I'm pretty sure it lands. Oh, he shielded. Probably goes for the Thunder Punch here. Yeah, he has Thunder Punch. So he stays in, and then he goes into a Beedrill. Sky Attack takes it out in one hit. And that's right, he goes into Hypno again and farms down, which he could have done a long time ago. And I know he has Fire Punch. I'm still not afraid of that Fire Punch. Regardless, I have 2 Pokemon weak to Fire Punch. And I get the Fire Punch on this Frostlass. Okay, so Frostlass is a very good answer. And we have an Avalanche, and that KOs. GG's. It's Noctowl versus Hypno. We're going to stay in here. Possibly get off a few Sky Attacks. We get to the Sky Attack first. I believe he has Thunder Punch. Does he have Thunder Punch? He has Thunder Punch. Okay. So we could get another Sky Attack off, and if he doesn't shield, we win this. He lets it go, so we're able to wing attack down. We do shield, and we're going to farm down Hypno. Alright. So he brings out his own Noctowl. Noctowl, he's trying to wing attack down, but we get to a Sky Attack, and I believe he's going to shield. He shields, and he throws the Sky Attack. Okay, that's good for us. His team was weak to Noctowl last round, and in game 2, he's realizing he wants to get rid of my Noctowl as soon as possible. Okay. This is where I realize he's staying in. I realize Nightshade comes in to hurt us, and then we try to confusion down. We let this one go. It's a Sky Attack. Not that bad, and then we switch, so I can be using that that's new buff to Powder Snow, and we get to the Avalanche. He lets it go through, and then this buff is going to KO the Beedrill because it's got a higher attack now with the buff. Thank you. GG's. We have Frostlass versus Hypno. We throw the Avalanche, and he lets this Avalanche go through. I wish I would have thrown the Shadow Ball. It instant KOs, I believe, right? It instant KOs, I think. And we go for another Avalanche. We have a squishy Pokemon, so he knows he's going to win here. He shields, and he gets the CMP tie. And I'm conserving this shield, holding it dear, and we throw in Muck. And he has nothing to throw but punches, which isn't doing good damage to Muck. Muck, we have the Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave gets shielded, so we're not in a good position. Sitting on the edge of our seat, we're just wanting our shield to be conserved, and we get a lot of energy on that Pokemon Muck. Alolan Muck switches out, and Azumarill comes in. A reliable Azumarill, and we have a problem. Azumarill is going to throw this Play Rough, and it resists everything we have. Hydro Pump, also not able to get this move off. He throws a sludge bomb. And we get a dark pulse off. Remember, we've got a few more dark pulses. And we get to the dark pulse. But this is not going to KO. I believe it's not going to be enough. It's not enough, so that's good games. Thank you. This is up against Zion. Zion brings in Wigglytuff. And thanks for hosting the tournament. Thanks for inviting me, Zion. So we throw this avalanche up against Wigglytuff, and he doesn't shield. But Wigglytuff charms us down because we are nothing to this Wigglytuff's charms. I'm not usually used to charmers being on other people's teams, and I have Bronzong for that, but I don't use any of my hard counters against Wigglytuff. And we go for the Sludge Wave, and it lands. We farmed a lot of energy, so I'd like to conserve some of this energy. We get Dark Pulsed, and we switch into Azumarill. Now, he's going for a Sludge Wave. I think he's going for a Sludge Wave. And we correctly shield the Sludge Wave. And this is when I'm glad to have Play Rough. Play Rough can do a lot of damage to Azumarill while we get to take a look at what Azumarill he's bringing. Okay, so the Play Rough brings his Azumarill into the red. He has Hydro Pump, so we're able to take it pretty well, and we have a lot of energy. He Ice Beams us, so he must be wanting to save energy for later, and he switches into his Alolan Muck. Okay, so we get one shield, and then I believe he shields this one, so that way he can get off a move. That surprises me. A Dark Pulse. Maybe he didn't have enough for a Sludge Wave. And then he uses that saved energy and KOs us. So that's good games. Thanks, Zion. Game 2 for Zion. I bring in Frostlass. I like to lead with Frostlass because a lot of energy conserved on Frostlass can kill the back line, and it does pretty good against Azumarill now. Powder Snow did get a buff, so we're able to do a little bit extra damage. Alolan Muck gets Ice Beamed once. We let it through, so we get Ice Beams, and then he brings in his Alolan Muck. We get off a Dark Pulse. I hope to take a shield, and we don't take a shield. And we get to another Dark Pulse. Of course, he doesn't shield, and he's able to get to a Dark Pulse. I believe it's a Dark Pulse. It's a Dark Pulse. So he KOs us with the Dark Pulse. And we go into Frostlass versus this Alolan Muck. I would have gone into my other Pokemon. Yeah. Azumarill, I believe, handles everything in the back. But he saves 2 shields for Wigglytuff. And Azumarill, of course, is tanky. Despite being tanky, it does not handle a Charmer well. So we get off Play Roughs. He shields. And we go for another Play Rough. We're in the red, so he's going to shield this Play Rough and charm us down. Oh, he doesn't shield. Okay. There's no win scenario, so I just say GG's. Round 2, game 1. We have a Charmer. Charmer's not handling our team very well, but we have a Azumarill this time. He's got shields, and he goes into his own Azumarill. I'm assuming it's got Play Rough, I believe. Does it have Play Rough? Okay, so he double shields. No, He's used up both his shields, and we've got the advantage. I believe it's a mistake that we haven't switched already. He ice beams us. So he has ice beam Azumarill. And we just let it go here. I guess I don't have a hard counter. But if we get to the Sludge Wave, that might be enough to KO Azumarill. Okay, so we get to the Sludge Wave. I believe this is going to KO. It doesn't. And he goes for another fairy type. And we get crunched. And we're able to get to a Sludge Wave. I'm surprised we're able to get to a Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave this. And we farm down the Azumarill. And the Noctowl, it's able to take an Avalanche. That's GG's. Round 3, game 2, we go up against Big Dogs 24. And we have a high attack Frostlass. So sometimes I win this, sometimes I don't. I don't understand. In The Sims, an attack weighted Frostlass can beat Skuntank if I get to the Avalanche first. We don't find out. So we Avalanche this Noctowl. Maybe a misclick? Was it a misclick? Big Dogs, if you're in this video, looking at this video, please check out the comments. Tell me if you misclicked. Anyways. So I go into a Alolan Muck and I take this Wing Attack. Sky Attack. We go back into a hard counter. Avalanche. It's a slight hard counter. Okay. The Shadow Ball. Hopefully it lands on this Azumarill. It does. Oh. Azumarill's out of shields. Of course we land Shadow Ball. And we know he has an Ice Beam. We're getting Poison Jab down, but he has no shields. And we're going to bubble this down before he gets to another move. And then Azumarill has us in the green. All this Play Rough is doing is getting his Azumarill into the red. So it's in the red. He gets off an Ice Beam, and we're able to bubble down. That's GG's. Round 3 of Game 3 against Big Dogs 24. We have a good matchup. We hit this Avalanche, and I bet he shields. He shields it. He switches out into a Charmer, and then we switch out into a Alolan Muck, and we're going for a bait. Baiting his shield. Yes. We bait his shield, and I'd be surprised if I get to another one. He charms down. Now we're up 2 shields against 0 shields. And we bring in a Azumarill, which can resist every move that he has. The only move that I know Granbull has is Play Rough. That's the only move that we don't resist. And he has a Poison Jabber. And he's probably going to land a Crunch. I counted up to a Crunch. So we get crunched and we survive it. I'm able to get this Play Rough off. And does this KO? No, it doesn't KO. Okay, so we farm down. For sure shield this. And gain energy. And throw this energy onto the next Pokemon Toxicroak. And that's a good game. Thanks, Big Dogs. This is a terrific player, Tom. He's my battle buddy. I'm grateful for the battles we do. We Sky Attack this Galarian Lanoon, and the Body Slam spam is crazy. Crazy Body Slam spam. And he gets off another Body Slam. I don't shield this. I shield it. I shield it. Yes. That Body Slam spam is CMP tied with our sky attack, and we let it go. We get off the sky attack. I don't think his Lanoon is powered up all the way. So I tried to get off another sky attack, but he body slams us and he lets us out. He switches into his safe switch. Aquatail is doing pretty good damage. Now we Dark Pulse. Sludge Wave is resisted, but Dark Pulse does incredible damage. Enough so that these snarls will counter farm down. And we get farmed down ourselves. Azumarill is going up against Hypno. We Hydro Pump the Hypno. Hypno gets Hydro Pumped. We have a shield, so we can shield up this Thunder Punch. Do we shield? Yeah, we shield. We shield, and we get another Thunder Punch. Can we survive? Yes, we survive. We're trying to bubble down, and he gets us Thunder Punched again, so that's GG's. Round 2 versus Tom Black. We have a mirror, and this is a very intense mirror. We usually go for the Shadow Ball here. I go for the Shadow Ball. I'm not expecting for him to shield this, and I'm surprised he does. I usually don't shield the first attack. One day I'll get Shadow Balled, and that'll be a very problematic moment. I haven't been Shadow Balled yet in the mirror. So he switches out. We get off this Avalanche against his Pokemon, and he lets it through. It's an Lanoon, and these Snarls are not doing anything but crazy Body Slam spam. The Body Slam spam is probably going to get us into the red. In retrospect, a lot of Body Slammers can get Azumarill into the red, as it does here. We're not going to shield, and we're going to farm down. Not good that we're in the red, but we have enough energy to throw into this Hypno. And we have another play rough for this Hypno. We don't let him farm us down with confusions, and he throws a Thunder Punch into our Muck. A Muck that's up against a Powder Snow Frostlass is able to take this match. The Dark Pulse is shielded. And are we able to get... Okay, we are able to get to the Dark Pulse. We see MP tie, and I shield up of an Avalanche, and the Dark Pulse is able to KO here. And are we able to get to another Dark Pulse? Can we farm down? Okay, farm down. Round 3, GG's. It's a tie game versus Tom Black. Frostlass, we're going to throw the Shadow Ball. And I go for the Shadow Ball against Azumarill because I would hate to bait and not get his shield. And we get play rough, so I'm pretty sure he's going to just bubble us down. Can we get this Shadow Ball through? Yeah, we get the Shadow Ball down. Okay, he's got Lanoon, and he's probably saving his shields for Lanoon. Notice in the top right corner, his CP is close to 1400. Round down to 1400, and his Lanoon isn't powered up, so that's probably why he's going to shield this, and he's able to Body Slam us. We don't shield, no matter how much I don't like Body Slam. I don't shield. Snarls are not going to do anything to our Azumarill, and we get another play rough down on this Lanoon. He shields, so he's saving both shields for his Galarian Lanoon, which is able to Body Slam us down. And if he gets another one, he could take us out. I'm not going to let that happen, so I get to the Alolan Muck, and we're able to Dark Pulse. This almost KOs. And I'm probably going to have to get another Dark Pulse on this Quillfish. Quillfish was a safe switch. We talked after the game, and he told me that Quillfish is a great safe switch. I agree. Okay, so we get Aqua-tailed, and we survive. The Dark Pulse goes in on Lanoon, and I go in thinking it KOs, and it doesn't KO. Okay, so we're behind. He can probably get to another one, but we're able to farm down. That's GG. That was a very good game against Tom Black and everyone else. I'd like to thank Fight Club for having me. The second rule is we don't talk about Fight Club. Just kidding. I do want to talk about how the Lanoon was underpowered, so I was able to get a CMP tie, and that's what happened. I got the Dark Pulse off, so I was able to win and bubble down with my Azumarill against Tom Black's Galarian Lanoon, and that was GG's. So we won 3 games and lost 1. Thank you for all the battles. They were terrific. Thanks for having me.